Welcome back or welcome to my channel if you've not been here before. I'm doing a video every day in August, VEDA, in an attempt to get a handle on my scrapbooking projects and get my scrapbooking room organized. And today I'm trying out a new film thing. I'm also trying to improve my film and editing skills as I create these videos. So I've got a different overhead camera today, and so I thought instead of doing an album that's in progress, which I still have many more to go through, but instead of that I thought I would flip through one of my finished albums, just mainly just to maybe try this new overhead camera and see how that goes. And also I was thinking that another benefit to doing these videos, and certainly 30 of them wouldn't be enough, but well, actually it might be, I'm not sure. Someone was talking recently about a disaster plan, like what would be your plan if your album, if you had like a fire in your house or a massive flood and your albums got ruined. And previously in most all of my prior houses, I kept my albums on shelving downstairs at my house, typically close to the entryway, either in a TV room with a, I don't know what you call it, like a surround around the TV. I would put them on those shelves usually, or sometimes I had a small shelf maybe in an entryway closet or something. And part of the idea behind that was that, well, part of it was that if people were over, they could, look through or see the albums if they wanted. But part of it was also that if there was an emergency, maybe I could grab them. Obviously, I'm not gonna, risk anyone's health or safety to grab my albums. But sometimes, especially in the case of a flood or something, you might have at least an hour. And so if, it took you 2-3 minutes to grab your albums, you could do that. Anyway, currently my albums are all the way upstairs in basically the farthest point from any downstairs door. So they're not getting evacuated. So someone was talking recently about their plan, and their plan had to do with scanning all of their albums and having a digital copy. But I would not get around to that. So I was thinking that with creating these videos, there would be at least a video of the albums, which is not quite the same, but it's better than nothing, certainly. So, bonus. Okay. So this is for 2019, and this is my title page, and I just did a funny, I think this is it Snapchat? I think it might be Snapchat. There's a couple of apps that I have just for the filters. I never actually post anything. I don't have any friends or anything on the apps. You have to have them in order to be able to use their filters. So I made these funny pictures of all of us and my dog. And this is a map of, I think, our state, and I put kind of a dot approximately, kind of sort of where we live. So, and then these were some goals that we had for the year. So, and then this one I think I did put, let me see, did I do it? Yeah, I did do this one weekly. There might have been some times where I adjusted the weeks, but so I didn't say like week 1, week 2, week 3, but I put the month and the date. So this was our first one. And then we took, here's another one of those Snapchat filters. I'm pretty sure it's Snapchat. I'll check on that. And then we went to, this is an insert, and I did, for half of it, we had made this trip, and it was actually this really nice state park, and I took these really nice photos, which maybe someday I will print them bigger or something, but in here I just did these little collages. And then one of the things I did this particular year was I would take screenshots of things that I saw on social media. So this was a meme that someone put on social media, and it kind of looks like our dog. It's totally true. And so then I just kind of I think on the screenshot I wrote her name, but then I just drew an arrow. And then this one I also just screenshotted off of some, probably Instagram, I don't know. I just thought it was cute with the snowman marshmallow thing, and, you know, kind of made my own filler cards, I guess. So, and then I think in this album I used a lot of these labels where I would just put a label and just handwrite something, and you know, it just gives extra information. A week, and this was a week. And yeah, I did end up, for 2019, I had 2 albums, and I did say somewhere in one of my prior videos that I just can't bring myself to do that. I think 2019 is the only year that I have 2 albums. And that's just what it is. We did a lot of things that year. It was a really big year. It was my daughter's senior year of high school. Must have started in September. No. It must have actually started in September of 2018. But anyway. So then, okay, so she got the small envelope. I have some type of an app where I can write on things. That was because this was my daughter's acceptance letter, and it's weird to think she's already graduated. She's already gone and graduated from that college, but so we were joking, you know, she's sad, saying my dog is sad because she got the small envelope. Okay, that's a joke. But then it's funny. Okay, so here's like perspective. My daughter, this was when she just got the acceptance letter to her college. She's already gone and graduated. And this was something I was working on, these little miniature houses, which have become, I had to buy this on Amazon. It was kind of hard to find it. It was pretty expensive, actually. And now these are super popular. You can go to Hobby Lobby and they have a whole aisle of them, and I think they're maybe $20. I think some of them are more like $15. But I had started this. My son likes miniatures, and I was just kind of looking for a hobby, I guess. And we were going to work on it together. I don't think that I've made any progress since this picture. And bearing in mind, this was before the pandemic. So even through all of the pandemic thing, I don't think I've made any progress on this. I still have it. So yeah, we shall see. And then my dog, how cute is my dog? And her little, when we went to visit, no, I think what we did, I think I went online because I knew my daughter had applied for early admission to the college, and so I think I had gone online and ordered sweatshirts for everybody, so that, and including my dogs, because I had this whole thing planned that we were going to do. And there actually is a video that maybe I will make a QR code, I could put it right here, of our video that we made from when she got her, they call it the nest, and it's really cute actually. They send you this whole box and it says the nest, and it has your letter and some other stuff. And then we wrote, maybe we're weird, maybe my family's weird, we took the letter and we scanned it and we changed the name to Callie Johnson, which is our other dog, not the dog that got the small envelope, but our other dog. It made it like the dog got accepted to the dog is daughter's dog, and so the idea was she was going to take the dog with her to college, and she got like a whole, in the letter she got a whole scholarship. It was quite funny. I don't think squeaky toys will be provided. Oh, okay. Attendance at the orientation is mandatory, and we require you bring your own leash. Squeaky toys will be provided. We just changed some of the details for that. So, okay, and then, yeah, I just documented some more things. And then, so this was done in kind of a typical project life way, where it was just kind of random pictures, more of the everyday pictures. So, you know, and I was still making a lot of collages, rather than making, say, a page for my dog's birthday party, I have a collage, and then I have a thing here. So The weather, I took some weather pictures, which, I don't know. I think I made these calendar cards, and I think I did one of these at the beginning of each month. And then maybe I underlined, so this would be the end of January, the beginning of February was this week. And it looks like I was trying to do, no, maybe I just went according to how many pictures I had. So this one had these 2 pages with this little insert. And then this, I'm guessing, is these pages. I'm not real great about dates on stuff, I guess, but it doesn't really matter to me. Even just if I was to look through this and know that these things all took place in this week, that is close enough for me. But then this is 1 week and this is 1 week. So I guess it just depended. Another one of my memes making fun of this when Portland gets 1.5 inches of snow overnight. And I mean, you might think this is funny, and yet it's truth right there. My dog's favorite spot when it's cold out is to hang out by the heater vent. So sometimes, so I did buy some special pens and tried to write on some photos, and I don't know, I think the idea was better than the reality. So let's see, but then I did make, so here's the 4th through the 10th and the 11th through the 17th. So Valentine's Day would have fallen on this, but I had enough pictures for half a spread, by itself. So then I did 1 page just for Valentine's Day. And I had, these are some of the Valentines that these are texts that somebody in my family sent. It probably says in this card. And then these are some of our actual cards that I used. But I made this, and I think this was an envelope. The background of this was an envelope that one of our Valentine's Day cards came in. And then I just used letter stickers. And then this Skelly and Scully, I'm trying to think. I think the prior October was when Skelly and Scully started, and these were, what are they called? Skeletons that we had put out for Halloween, and then I didn't put them away, and then somebody decided that it would be fun. Now, if you look closely, they're dressed in Christmas pajamas, but they have on Valentine's Day headphones, what do you call that? Headbands. And they have this is like a cup from our church that has their logo on them. It was kind of a whole thing. I think it went on for about 18 months until we decided that was done. But somebody just thought it would be funny to then dress them up for, say, the next holiday, and then it became a thing. And so anyway, that's that. And then I did use, I guess I took a lot of screenshots and used them. So for example, this was a collage that I made, but then it also has some Facebook screenshots, to remember some events. And this one was when we had a snow day in our area. One of the schools put this on their Facebook or whatever, and then I used my white pen to write over it, and still using some of my labels to kind of label things. I think every album that I do seems to have some kind of a focus, and I think this particular year it was trying to actually write down some of the information and label things, basically to look through and actually know what we did, to know some of the information, who went where, what did they do. Whereas other years there's pictures that I can kind of remember that year by, but I don't have a lot of information. That was a picture of the front of our house when it snowed. You can see it looks like powdered sugar. So when you have something like snow, we don't get snow a lot. When we get something like snow, it is kind of nice to have this weather picture. Maybe I took more weather pictures than I needed to that year, and you can see my dog's little winter jackets. This was a year that we did a lot. We knew that it was our daughter's last full year at home. It was also my last year at a particular job. It was my son's last year at that school that he was attending. It was just, we knew it was kind of the last for a lot of things, so we tried to really pack a lot into that year. It was also the last year before the pandemic, and looking at this makes me realize kind of how many things did change, but I don't know how much of that was necessarily the pandemic and how much of it was just that my kids were getting older and would kind of be moving on to next things and stuff. But we have my little dogs. My dog was still kind of skinny at that point, and we took her on walks. Maybe there's a correlation there. I don't know. But I like to take pictures of things. I'm just big on taking pictures of things that I see that I like. So, for example, these are my neighbor's flowers. And I remember when we would go on our walks, I just love these flowers. So, yeah. And this is someplace else that we would walk. Little selfie with the water behind me. Oh, this was right down the street from our house, and it actually looks kind of ghetto from one side because it has this chain link fence and stuff, but if you turn the right way, there's this nice stream, which I think was kind of frozen, not 100%, but a little bit. And then I made my own card for this one, super simple. I tend to make things super simple. And actually, you can see most of my scrapbooking in this project life is just, I put the pictures in the cards, and I've made some kind of a title card, and that's really it. In some cases, I've done a journaling card or added a little bit of labeling, but honestly, they're super simple as far as not embellishing things, and which doesn't take time and also doesn't take money. So there's no, sometimes when people are doing these flip throughs, they have what kit they've used or whatever. There's no, I would say this entire album was pretty much just a stash thing and the Project Life app. So I did make cards such as this in the Project Life app, and I'm not sure, I must have made them in a batch and had them printed out at some point. I don't know, but I really like this kit that has these colors, the teal and the purple and this kind of goldenrod color. It's simple and I really like it. So, and then I have this picture here. My dogs are so cute. I don't know, I don't think those jackets fit them anymore. So, super cute winter parka, and it was. So then here I have another insert because we had another snow day, and this is the same snow day picture that I used from earlier, but I just used it again, probably because I needed something, a title to put there, and that made that easy. And this one has the date on it. That was probably on the Facebook post or whatever. And I just used, because this kit has this purple in it, and my jacket had that purple, and the flowers were purple. I just used these purple Project Life cards that I bought pre-done. I don't think they sell those anymore. They're just basic textured cardstock, but they were cut with the rounded corners and the right size for the Project Life. So I just put those behind these pictures that I took off of. This was also a Facebook post from the library. Again, we move so much that I don't really have to block things out in my scrapbooks because none of those things are ours anymore, so we don't live there anymore. But they made this nice snow person with its books because they're the library. So cute. And then I had, I think this was from a scrapbook paper that I got that had all this coffee themed stuff and these nice flowers. I don't know why I cut out my husband's head and put it there, but I did. Maybe because he likes coffee. I don't know. And then these are my dog's footprints in the snow, which don't look as picture perfect as what you would often see, created on something, but those are their actual footprints in the snow. So there you go. Okay, and then we took a trip to Idaho to visit my daughter's college. And so I have a picture of the map, and so I went on Google Earth and created this, I didn't create the map from scratch, but I created this picture, I guess, of that area, and I added the location and the name and stuff so that then, and it said how many miles away it was, so that then when I took the picture, it would have that. And I think that with all the trips that we have made to Idaho, we have always tried to get a really good picture of the sign. But the reality is the way that we come into Idaho and the way that we pass it, you're just not going to get a good picture. That's just, and there's no place really to pull over on the side of the road or anything. So I'm pretty sure I Googled this and then screenshotted it. I didn't realize that I took one that I guess has a watermark on it. Don't do that. I'm sure that there's one that I could have gotten free. But anyway, I kept this. I kept this and I journaled on one side of it. This is the thing they put around the coffee when it's hot. From one of the they have a lot of cool coffee shops there. So, and then this was the menu that we went to this Boise Fry company, and they had this, somebody drew this for them. This is kind of a cute idea, I think. They drew this for them with it had find these objects, but it also has things having to do with Idaho and the Boise Fry company. And I actually took the time to color this, and I used which takes forever, by the way, and I used my glaze pen, so it gives it a little texture, and then I just hole punched it and put it in here because that was kind of fun. So that's just fun. And then I did buy some Idaho stickers. I'm pretty sure I just went to our craft store and they have them for all different states. So they had these and these are 3-dimensional, which is kind of fun. They had the license plate, Idaho, Sun Valley. They had the map with the capital starred, and this is their state seal. And then I got, we went to the bookstore of the college and got a few stickers. I think I only used one here, but I used others later. And then this college had in some of their planters that same flower. How funny is that? I had already taken a picture of these flowers on our walk, and then they had that same flower. If anybody knows what that is called, you could comment down below. I'd love to have some of them. I just love them because I think they're some kind of a lettuce, but I'm not sure if they're actually edible or not. Maybe they're would you call that an ornamental lettuce? I don't know. They look super cool. I love them. So, and then this was on our trip because it had just snowed. And although this was quite a ways away from our house, we drove there and we did have to drive through areas that often don't get snow. So it was a little precarious, I guess. So there.